Just one chance to get a win and ACC win. Just how's the team ready for this game?
We're just going out there trying to compete. We want to take this game, as serious as we possibly can, just like we take all the other games. It's important to go out on a high note and just don't give up is the most important rule. And nobody in the team has like a give up mentality.
Mm-hmm.
We've taken every game we played this year as something that's like a must win. And regardless of the outcome, we still want to put in our best effort.
Was you?
Looking back at the season, what part of your game do you think grew the most?
What part of the game? What?
Do you think grew the most of your game?
I would say probably understanding like the defense. I would say like once I started, it was more of kind of like a understanding. All right, basic is what you see the coverage. All right, try to adapt like what you do. But I think keying down on the details of the defense and really learning how to like understand your opponent and learning how to research your opponent and what they're gonna do like improved a lot for me.
What does this season tell you about life?
Life goes on, Whatever the outcome is, you have to keep going forward, As much as you want to go back in time and change a lot of things, maybe change how you went about preparing or how you came into doing certain things, you can't change it. You just got to move forward and, put your best foot forward for the other things you're going to do.
Do you have a desire to play in the National Football League? Do you have any plans to go to Braden, Florida, or anything like that in the off-season to get ready for the combines and the draft or whatever?
Yeah, I absolutely do have a desire to continue football as long as I can. I am working, trying to figure out what I want to do, where I want to go later on, but I definitely have a desire to, after the season, to just keep going.
Finals here, guys. Graham, what do you got?
Just wondering, where you think Kalen Chudzinski is going to keep going in his BC football career. It seems like he, has a place in the future as probably one of the best tight ends to, be in the program maybe of all time if he continues his pace.
Yeah, I think he's doing real well, and as long as he continues growing, I think you're right. He's showed a whole lot of success as a freshman. He shows he can do a lot of things, and he's the type of person to continue to put his best foot forward. As you see in the games, he's reliable, and I think he's on the right track to be where he wants to be.
And just following along with your NFL aspirations, can you talk about how having a head coach who obviously coached in the league for upwards of 6 or so years, how that helps you kind of prepare after the season ends with the draft and the combine and pro days and things like that? How does his experience help you?
His experience helps because he can give a lot of knowledge on really what you need to do. He can teach you all the stuff about in football stuff and maybe how to attack off season. I think a guy like Coach O'Brien, you can pretty much ask anything because he's been around for so long. He can, he almost has an answer for pretty much every football related question you have. I don't think I've asked him anything and he didn't know what to tell me. So that comes with a great resource where you can just go up to him. If you have a question, just ask him, hey, what's up? Like, what should I do here? And he could give you a great response back.
And just finally, Dylan had one of his best games of the season against Georgia Tech. On the receiving end of that, what do you think he did well, and how is he getting the ball to you guys so well?
I think we did a good job of understanding where we want to be with each other because sometimes we could be a little bit, not on the same page, but it's important that you have a good, connection with your QB, and not every game is going to be perfect, but I think that was one of those weeks where we did a real good job of putting in as much work as we can and really being connected with them and trying to have the same mindset and confidence in each other.